Vicar TV, poised to reach you with the truth.
Hello, good day viewers. You're welcome to today's edition of Vicar TV News. I am Peace Emezwe presenting. In today's edition, we are going to be looking at Dave Umahi in the news. Ebonyi State Governor, who is also the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Dave Umahi, yesterday, Thursday, 6th of May 2021, while appearing on Channels Television's Politics Today, said the present insecurity in the country is as a result of the failure of past leaders who failed to address the future of young people. In his words, he stated the following: "Insecurity did not just develop overnight. It's not a question of blaming Mr. President, governors, or blaming APC or PDP. It is systematic and it has been there for a very long time. It is not proper to blame the present administration for the heightened insecurity in the country, as the reasons are systematic." Preferring suggestions to the insecurity in the country, he said that we must deploy sincerity in approach, consultation, wisdom, and prayers for the insecurity in the country to become a thing of the past. He also advocated for reintegration of young people who have gone into crime into the society. So today we have Cleve Dawn, who is here to discuss the issue. Hey, you're welcome, Mr. Cleve.
Welcome too. Thank you very much. Good day, viewers.
Okay, talking about insecurity in the country, we are looking at insurgency in the northeast, banditry in the northwest, secessionist agitations in the southeast, and farmer herdsmen crisis across the middle belt and several southwest states. So, Dave Umahi said that insecurity, insurgency, and everything has been there for a very long time, that it didn't just develop overnight. Do you agree with him?
Well, I might quite agree with him that insecurity didn't just start immediately. Yes, somehow, but the truth is that the trend at which it's going now it has a new trend currently. It has developed over the years, so in recent times it's much higher than what you have it before. So somehow something new about this one.
Okay, it has been,
yes,
but has increased, it has heightened. Okay, all right. He said we shouldn't blame the present administration, but if we don't blame him, who should we blame?
You know, I always say you can't beat a child and still prevent him from crying. No, the government, our people, they have done. Because our government have done a lot of things, both by action and inaction, that cost Nigerians a lot of pain. So they can't stop us from not blaming them. They shouldn't try to stop us from. They should let us have our say. Why we know they can have their way all the time, but let's have our say. Let's blame them. It all falls back to them, so they can't stop us from blaming them.
I thought you would have agreed with him that we shouldn't blame the present administration. That I would have asked if we should clap and praise them instead.
I wonder what we should do for them.
Okay. He also said that it is not proper to blame the present administration for the heightened insecurity in the country, as the reasons are systematic. I'm interested in that word systematic, that it has been an order, it has been the norm that things should be the way they are, as in insecurity issues. It means that it's a normal thing.
You know, Nigerians tend to, whenever they bring up one crime or something, they are trying to defraud the people with. They just find a term, a technology, and name it. They give it one technology, before you know it, they see it as a regular thing, and they keep doing it. Then for me, insecurity in Nigeria is an industry. It's a business in Nigeria. I know what I'm talking about. I have facts and figures somewhere. Insecurity in Nigeria has become business. So when they say it becomes systematic, it all means there are things involved. There are things going on at the background of it.
There's an order.
Good. Something is going on somewhere. So when he says that, it's true. It's actually true. There's something they have something they are doing at the background that the layman is not saying, but we know.
And if that is the case, what makes this administration now different from the others? Since the issue now is systematic. So what differentiates them from the former administrations?
No, these are questions that I wish.
Because, excuse me, remember before Buhari came into office, one of the things he mentioned before he came into office was this issue of insecurity, and now he is following the order.
Good. So he promised, the presidency promised, as part of his manifesto, to tackle insecurity. He didn't promise to blame the past government. So I'm not happy each time such issues come up to start blaming the previous administration, while it is obvious that the current administration has done nothing to curb insecurity. So even if you blame the past government for not doing good, okay, we hear you. Now, what have you done on your own? Nothing. So they are calling repeating. They're just going through a repetition of the events. People keep repeating themselves, and nobody's trying to take it. People just tell people you don't do one thing over and over and expect a different result each time. So Nigeria is just repeating one thing they did that didn't work before. They want to do it again and again and think along the line it will start giving good positive results. Things don't work that way. So our leaders, they actually know what to do. I know they know what to do, but they have things at stake.
He seems to know, you are right, because in the suggestions he gave, he said we must deploy sincerity in approach. 1, consultation, wisdom and prayers for the insecurity in the country to become a thing of the past. So, does it mean that they've not been sincere all along?
First of all, we will ask who are the we he's talking about. Who are we?
Okay.
These people, they know what they are doing. They have been insincere to us. That's just the point. They in power have been insincere. They have been a high level of insincerity in the power.
Okay.
And this should be so there's a game they are playing at the background. There's something they are doing. You know how much they marshal out each year or each month or whatever, however they map it out for as security votes. You know how much they spend every time on arms to fight insecurity, and this money is mapped out. We don't see it. There's no visible or convincing evidence of how the money was spent. They share this money. They loot it. So for me, insecurity has become a business. It has become an avenue, an industry where they siphon money in the country. So for me, insecurity is far from ending in this country.
And they have been insincere about the whole
That's
thing.
what they're trying to say. They've been insincere in it. That's what they're trying to defeat something
talking
here.
about consulting, who should be consulted and why are they not consulting?
When I say this, people know what they are doing. It simply means they know who is involved and know what is involved and have failed to do it.
Okay, and that is where the third item, come in here. They are not sincere, they are not consulting, and he talked about applying wisdom. So if you know that you are insincere, you are not consulting, then you are not wise.
Not wise. That's foolishness on their own side. That's
yes.
But I think he unknowingly opened everything to us.
Yes, exactly.
They've been handling things foolishly. Our leaders are foolish from what he's saying.
And they are deliberate about it.
Yes, they intentionally do things. They know what to do, and they fail to do. That's foolishness, because he's telling back on the country. The country is dying. Your people are killed each day just because you don't do it, just because you have something at the background you are getting from it. So you don't care how many people are killed. You don't care how many people die each day. So just out there they don't have enough arms. They don't have enough sophisticated people to fight the insurgents. And the monies they mapped out for arms are being divided and shared by a few individuals. So you can imagine that it's foolishness.
Okay, now we have 4 points here, and I want to divide them into 2 now.
Okay.
Talking about the we here, so I want to give the we, the first 3 we's to the administration, and the last we, because he said that we've not been talking about praying. So I want to say that we the citizens now are the third. We've fallen into the last one here, which is praying, as one of the suggestions he gave. So have we, as citizens, have we not been praying and even fasting, or have we not prayed enough?
If you know how many churches or how many mosques or how many religious services that pray for Nigeria each day, you know that Nigeria's prayer is not an issue of prayer. Nigeria's issue is not an issue of prayer. you don't just keep praying and let someone else say and be doing whatever nonsense you want to do you ask us to keep praying. You don't when you're praying for someone who is sick and the person maybe he is sick from poison, for instance, you're praying for him against the poison and he keeps eating the poison, do you think the person is going to get killed? The same evil they keep doing in the country, they keep repeating it and we pray for them. What are we praying for? When the solution to our issues are just in our bare hands. Now, last time, I remember when they sent Python dance to Abia State, during the time of Nnamdi Kanu to tackle the mess that happened there. You see how troops were sent. Every nook and cranny of that area were under surveillance. There were troops everywhere, watching everywhere. No, you can hardly, there's no hiding place for anybody in that place. Now, insecurity is going there. There are killers in the north and everywhere. You want to tell me that Nigeria does not know that if there's enough, if they apply the same measure they applied in that one, in these areas that killings are going on, do you think the killings can still continue? So Abacha said sometime, I think Abacha said, I can quote you, I think so, said if insurgency lasts for more than 24 hours, then the government has a hand in it. So I think we know everything, they have made everything bare for us to see. But some people face a blind eye towards it.
I think I agree with you because since he knows that these are the solutions to the problem we have, he knows already. He knows it, and why are we still here?
Good. If he knows what to do, why haven't you done it all this while? So because the truth is that our leaders are playing a mess game with us in this hotel. They are messing up with people's lives.
And that's appalling.
You can imagine that. So for me, insecurity is far from ending in this country. It's going to keep developing and gradually moving from one level to another as time goes on.
God will help us. So that is to say, in your own opinion now, that we shouldn't agree with him that we shouldn't, blame the government, the present administration.
We can't stop blaming the administration. Who should we blame if we don't blame them? Should we blame ourselves for being Nigerians or blame them for being evil leaders to Nigerians? The whole thing falls back to them. They know, when things come on, the common man knows what to do. Just recently, we had the issue of ESN in the southeast. The little clash we had with the soldiers and ESN. How troops were sent down to go and combat them. So if the Nigerians know how to send troops at the wrong time, when they need to send the troops, they won't send that. Now, if our leaders are good in sending troops, why not send troops all here and there where there is killing going on and end security once and for all? So they know what to do, but they do the right thing at the wrong time and the wrong thing at the right time. When they need to send troops, they won't send. When they need dialogue, they not send troops. There are times you need dialogue. That's when they say the wisdom. Good consulting. So in times you consult and make dialogue, they won't do that. When it's time to dialogue, they send troops. When it's time to send troops, they start dialoguing. So the country is just is upside down. Things are not going the right way it should go.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your time, your inputs. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, viewers, for watching today's edition. Wait for us again by this time next week. This is PSMS Week.